The hottest trends, the coolest tips, and everything to keep you in the know. This is HMA Network TV.
I'm Michelle Lee, and you're watching HMA Network TV. Today's guest is celebrity makeup artist Nosif Tren, who also recently completed ad campaigns for Cavalli and Dolce & Gabbana. Stay tuned to hear his trade secrets. Welcome back. I'm here with celebrity makeup artist Nosif Tren. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, how did you get started in makeup?
Well, I've always been artistically wired, be it in sketching, painting, or dance. And when I was in college, I actually studied architecture for a number of years. And in that practice, I learned a lot about color theory, shapes, and lighting. Also, while I was in college, I was in a dance company. And a lot of my dancer colleagues actually were pushing me to enter this competition that was local in Boston. And it was a drag competition. And I ended up entering with a light nudge, and I ended up winning. Doing that, I was thrusted into learning this process of doing makeup, contouring and highlighting my skin in a way that would de-emphasize, say, more masculine features and emphasize by highlighting more feminine features. And through that process, I really ignited this passion for the craft.
Do you think that formal training is something that's necessary?
Yes and no. It really depends on what you're looking to get into. I think for special effects makeup, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely, I would say, more necessary. For me, to make extra money, I actually worked behind a cosmetic counter. And working behind a cosmetic counter, I got the ability to work with a variety of lines, working with different textures. And the volume of clientele that you get to sit in your chair, be it on the variety of people when it comes to their age, ethnicity, and gender. It's pretty invaluable, that type of training, working at a counter.
Yeah, Lori Taylor from Smashbox said the same thing. It's just get as many faces as you possibly can. Practice.
You don't readily get that type of experience when going to a formal makeup school.
Yeah, when I was going to makeup school, we kind of practiced on each other over and over again, so definitely. So where do you get your inspiration from?
Well, I gather my inspiration from a variety of things, from everywhere actually. Be it as simple as driving up Malibu and looking at the sunset, or watching National Geographic and seeing a really beautiful animal with a great animal print, or going to museums like LACMA. Right now they have a really beautiful Vanity Fair exposition. And I actually get a lot of my inspiration from interacting with other makeup artists.
I agree. You know, I feel like you can never learn enough
Absolutely.
from other people. Everyone I work with, even if they're assisting me, I'm always like, well, what's that you got in your kit?
Absolutely.
You can learn something from everyone that you encounter. Everybody's got a different approach. So you're signed with an agency. And we all know that that's not the easiest thing to do. How did you go about preparing for that step of getting an agent? Did you put a book together?
Well, it was definitely a bunch of steps that got me there. I began when I first moved to Los Angeles 3 years ago. I began just sort of organically meeting people that were analogous to my industry, our industry. Photographers, other makeup artists, hairstylists, and I began assisting people. And through assisting people and being on set, you get to meet other assistants that are on set, be it hairstyle assistants and wardrobe assistants. And I began to pool this network of talent and technicians that I wanted to work with. And so if I did get inspiration from, say, going to LACMA, and I had this fantastic story idea that I wanted to generate, I would just call on them, see their availability, and build, at that point, a book. It's really important for anyone that's looking to pursue a freelance career in makeup to get a glam squad together and generate a book and test as much as you can. It's really important to get out there and try your skills out and test out your skills that you've acquired on new tests.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, they always say that if you have great hair, great makeup, bad photography,
Right.
bad picture,
Absolutely.
all the elements have to come
Absolutely.
together.
And
So-
as you sort of, and there's a learning curve. I mean, you're going to go through the process where you're going to have that. Maybe one thing is out of place, and you'll notice that you won't be able to use those images. So as you fine tune your body of people that you're working with, you'll begin to weed out the ones that say aren't as talented, and from that process, you become a little, you're afforded to be a little bit more picky about what kind of jobs you want to take on.
Good advice.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So aside from that advice, what other type of advice would you say that you've gotten for yourself that you can share with our viewers out there?
Well, I know that what we do as makeup artists, hairstylists, it's not rocket science.
No.
It's absolutely fun. I love doing what I do. I have a passion for it. And so a lot of people take their job a little bit too seriously sometimes. And we need to realize that it's not about us, but it's about the product. And the product usually is either the film, the ad, or the print. And so it's about the relationships that you build with people. So if that's probably one of the stronger points when it comes to advice that I've been given, is that you need to really know how to navigate yourself in a politically correct way.
Keep your ego in check,
Absolutely.
humble yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about personalities. That you have to work with so many different personalities.
And you want to be memorable in a good way, not a bad way.
I agree.
So,
I definitely agree.
But for men specifically, I like, definitely have your razors. Even for female clients, maybe you're doing a swimsuit ad, but for men specifically, you want to have your razors, your shave creams, a buzzer. Those are things that specifically maybe women wouldn't necessarily need, hopefully wouldn't need.
And you also, you work with several different celebrities out there. Ricky Schroeder, and now he's calling himself Ricky, isn't he again?
Well, yes. He actually doesn't, I've called him both.
Right.
And he doesn't mind at all. So, yeah, when grooming him, he's so laid back. It's really more about getting a conversation about and catching up with him. It's ultimately, again, more about your personal relationships with your clients. He's so easy to groom.
And take you a long time to build up that client base for you, or?
It's about, a lot of it is about, I got a lot of my clients that I have now through my agency, being signed with an agency. Not everyone does that route, but having an agent, it's almost like getting a ready-made network
right.
of people that are wanting to work with your agent, and because they trust your body of technicians, they're willing to work with you. And my agency also, of course, they have, like, just like with every agency, we have our own website, and so you get to check out your work, and they can pick and choose who they want to work with.
Well, great, Nosif. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Really, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Well, you can learn more about Nosif's men's grooming techniques by watching his video tutorial on our virtual classroom. That's our show for today. Stay tuned to HMA Network TV for the hottest trends, coolest tips, and everything to keep you in the know. See you next time.
Hi, I'm makeup artist Nosif Trin, and you can watch my lesson on men's grooming right now in the virtual classroom section on the website.